this is literally my first time right now eating something that's strictly vegetables.
Well, this is exactly why I brought you in. Welcome back to fksalad, the talk show, not the podcast, where we bring on friends, have a little catch up, and bring conversations out from the DMs and into my car. As crazy as that sounds, I know sometimes it doesn't have a good flow on it, but that's just what this is.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm excited to have you here, Mohamed.
Thank you very much.
This is going to be a great conversation. Do you know why this podcast/talk show is called fksalad?
No, I was just going to ask you that.
Okay, so if you would have seen episode 1, no, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. Episode 1 would have been seen by everyone watching. But essentially, fksalad. I mean, I eat burgers, I eat hot dogs, but not your typical ones.
Yeah.
I eat plant-based, so
Yuck,
I'm more of that.
yuck.
Nah, not yuck. This is a very plant-based friendly podcast talk show. So I do have a little treat for you.
Thank you.
Nothing too crazy, but I'm always trying to encourage others to try something new. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. This is a good old samosa. Come on.
You know, it's crazy. My mom actually caters, and she samosa is her like most requested item.
What is what is her business?
Like, she does catering. So food catering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What even is is it just all veggies?
Veggies. Yeah, of course, man.
You know, honestly, I wish you guys understood that. I literally just started eating vegetables 6 months ago. After I graduated, I was like, you know what, I need to start worrying about my health. Started going to the gym more and things like that. I hated vegetables.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that game where I ask you a question while you're eating. I'm gonna do that in other ones.
Okay.
But this is just a way to I like to kind of bring it into the show, add a little bit of different. You weren't expecting this.
No, definitely not.
So yeah, that's why it's called fksalad. We try something new, and we have an open mind and a bite to eat. So thank you for eating.
Trying it. Thank you.
Thank you for vegetables for your first time in 2020. But it's good to hear that you're on a little health kick then.
Yeah, no, definitely. The reason why I did it was mostly during my last 2 semesters at school. I didn't even really have time to cook, and I didn't really want to cook. So it was just eating out 24/7. And then I just saw myself gaining weight, and I was just like, you know what? I can't be doing this.
Yeah.
And just completely changed my diet. I used to literally live off of fast food, but now every single day is just home cooked meals, green based, very little carbs, and a meat that's not doused in sauce and things like that.
Well, my viewers aren't gonna be stoked that you're eating the meat,
Yeah.
but at least you're bringing back in the veggies. No,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm not one to judge. Everyone has to do their thing.
Yeah.
Next time I have you on the show, which there will be no repeats, but in another life, you're definitely gonna have to try some sort of crazy
Meat?
plant-based vegan.
Oh, bro.
Yo, you should see some of the stuff I'm gonna bring on this show. Tune in, you'll see.
Have you ever had the Absolute Burger? Or the Beyond Meat Burger?
Yeah, of course. When did you finish school, and when did you graduate?
So I graduated with a political sciences degree. My last semester was the summer of 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's it like being in the real world?
A lot better.
Maybe.
I feel like with me, it's been the complete opposite of my experience at school. My experience at school was just and I feel like me and you, we've talked about this before, where it was I enjoyed what I studied, but it was just I kind of just wanted to do something else. And it just sucks how the way the world works, you can't really get your foot in the door without a degree.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
So
in some aspects, not all, but
yeah,
of
course,
you're totally right. But so what are you working on now in terms of? Okay, so let's talk about how we met actually, because that'll kind of guide into it. So we met. What would you say your role was when we met?
So me and a couple of our friends back in Waterloo, and some of my friends here in Hamilton decided to make a independent music label. So we did all the putting the music together, putting the promotion, anything that dealt with packaging and releasing and promoting music. That's what we did. And we had artists signed to the label, and so friends that were artists that were signed to the label, and we met because we needed a video shot in Waterloo, and that's how we got in contact.
Yep.
Yeah.
And cool video.
Exactly.
It was actually like, it was a nice one. The way
that was a great idea by Genome, to be honest. And then you guys, like, it was like perfect.
Yeah, it was executed flawlessly, and it was nice to like help Genome bring his show to Genome.
Vision. Yeah.
Nice to like see his vision come to life, because I think we definitely like hit it.
No, definitely.
But is that still like fueling your passion right now?
So I think I'm always going to love music. I think we all, for the most part, stepped away from the label. Like, we had great times, great moments. Like, things worked out really well, but it was more of a thing where I feel like everybody kind of wanted different things, and we're still friends. Like, we talk all the time. We still have group chats. We literally see each other like 24/7. It was just we couldn't really figure out a way to keep it going past the point that we made.
Yeah.
For whatever reasons, but yeah.
No, that like I can look at like the future of this, and the future of there's always going to be like moments in life where it's like meant to be then, but maybe not meant to be in the future, and it acts as like a
filler.
A filler, but also just like a learning process, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, and I've learned so much from it. Being able to like run your own business, like looking at the numbers, like creatively thinking about a situation, because having your own business is nothing like just working somewhere. And like now I don't know if you have a full-time job, but I have a full-time job, and it's just like you go to work, you have a bunch of things that they ask you to do, you do it, you get paid every 2 weeks, and it's just like it's cool, it's steady income. But I feel like for me, I'm just a lot more I like being able to just wake up in the morning and be like, this is what I need to get done to be able to put food on my table at the end of the day.
Love that.
But yeah.
I'm thinking we should probably show them the Genome music video.
Yeah, no, definitely.
A little quick here. We'll be right back.
They don't see what's underneath. Way too many issues. I can't even go to sleep. I've been fucking around people I ain't never wanna hurt.
That, honestly, that video, that was a fun one.
Honestly, I don't know where I was. I think I had something like a family arrangement or something. But how was the video from your side? Because I've heard the stories about the guys and how they enjoyed shooting it. I wasn't there.
You for any of the shoots?
Yeah, I wasn't there for any of the shoots.
You organized like a nice
exactly. Yeah, I know, but I wasn't there for a single bit of it.
Oh no, it was great, man. It was like some of your boys there, some of the other zombies in that video. They're all setting up the lights. We had this crazy rig in the back. That was a big light thing that we rented. Yeah,
and then we got that from. I actually remember picking that up and then getting that delivered to the house. That was crazy. I feel like that was like one of the best. I wish I was there for that, but even the week lining up to it, where it was like trying to figure out where to get those lights from, getting in contact with you guys, figuring out schedules, figuring out the person who's going to be able to do the makeup, because she did an amazing job. The makeup in that video was amazing. That was just super dope. It just allowed for us to all be creative to the upteenth degree.
Do you like that kind of role you played as like a producer?
Definitely.
What would you call
I don't know. I feel like it was just kind of one of those things where you just do what needs to get done in order to get the product out. You know what I mean?
So is that what you're kind of working on in your full-time job?
Yeah, like right now. So I'm working with a non-for-profit. And,
right on. What is it?
It's Hamilton Center for Civic Inclusion. So they basically are. It was an organization made back in 2001 after the 9/11 attacks. So in Hamilton, it was probably like one of the darker moments in Hamilton where somebody had attacked a Hindu temple after 9/11. So first of all, that doesn't make any sense. And there was a lot of like rise of hate crimes and things like that. So
in Hamilton?
Yeah, in Hamilton.
Wow.
So,
why Hamilton?
I honestly don't know. And that's the thing too, where I feel like when I was growing up as well, I didn't really notice it. But looking back at it now, I'm just like, damn, a lot of that stuff was like really fucked up. And I don't even know if you've heard about it now, but it's even worse now. Hamilton is actually has the highest reported hate crimes in the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I feel like one of the biggest reasons why I'm in this job right now is because I know it's an issue, and it's just something that I want to help fix. You know what I mean? Because I love the city. Like I never thought I would say it when I was like back in my teen years, but going to Waterloo, traveling the world, it kind of just brought this thing to me where I was just like, damn, like all these places are so like dope, but like have so many different things, but like home is home. Like this is where I was raised. This is where I had all my firsts for the most part, and it's just like I don't want to see it going down the drain. So I love what I do. I'm actually an event coordinator for the lead event coordinator for an anti-racism event that we're doing later in March.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. It's like kind of like the music thing where I'm figuring out the speakers who are going to be there, the venue, dealing with budgets and things like that. So I feel like that's kind of always been my calling, where it's just like I have a task and I just try to figure out the best way to do it within the parameters that I was given.
Although I do want to like escape Kitchener,
Yeah.
a part of me is always like, dang, that's like kind of home, right?
Exactly. No, like me and you were the biggest fans of LA, but it's just like I know I'm going to have to come back here. It's just something that always keeps bringing me back over and over and over again, and it's just I still don't know what it is, but I'm not going to fight it. The internet allows for us to do whatever we want straight from like our own backyards. Like we don't have to go to all these different places in order to get an opportunity. Like the internet is the biggest audience, so why wouldn't you want to not only stay at home but also build an audience and get to put a light on the thing that you love so much, if you do love it. But yeah,
I'd like to hear that about Hamilton, and it's like really cool to hear that you're working for, what's the name of your organization?
Hamilton Center for Civic Inclusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have like any marketing material?
Oh yeah. I'll
let's
definitely do that.
Let's throw it in. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of our age and now because of social media that people like myself or just, I don't know, like wanting a bit more. Like when I was down in Los Angeles, I would say, I'm from Toronto.
Yeah.
But like I'm from Kitchener.
Yeah, exactly.
And like my closer friends would know I'm not from Toronto.
Exactly.
They'd know I'm from a smaller town outside of Toronto.
Yeah. So first, I think it's more of a convenience thing where it's easier to tell somebody.
Right.
Because usually when people are asking you where you're from, it's not really like that deep of a question.
Yeah.
So to give a deep answer like, oh well, I'm actually from this little town here, it's more of an easier thing because more people know about Toronto than they do Kitchener, Waterloo, or whatever.
This is true.
But I feel like that's us kind of downplaying other people. So I've actually made it a point as well too when I'm traveling to make sure that I say I'm from Hamilton, and then if the person does care to ask, I'll explain where it is. But I actually never really got to speak to you about your LA trip. So like, how did that go?
LA trip. See, I like it you say that and you're asking that. But you know as well as I do that it wasn't a trip.
Yeah.
And it was a business.
Yeah, exactly.
Rip-a-roo.
Definitely.
And that's one of the biggest things that I at least like to, as you would correct someone and say you're from Hamilton, I'm striving to like be like, now everyone, like, I didn't go down on vacation in Los Angeles. I know people don't I know they don't actually think that.
Yeah.
But it definitely was a big hustle for me.
Yeah.
I trying to figure out any scene down there that I could.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of got thrown into more of the music scene based on the kind of people I went down to Los Angeles with, and then you just kind of go with the flow down there, man. It's actually like, it's incredible how fast everything happens. Like I'm meeting people and then 3 days later I'm sleeping on their floor. Yeah. And they're like a producer or a musician trying to make it in Los Angeles. Yeah. And that's just the way it goes. And I think the funniest part is that I didn't even go down to get in the music scene. Yeah. It just happened naturally. It just happened, and like I wanted to be down there making like short films or find people to work on sets with and stuff. Yeah. And I'm still longing for that. I'm gonna have to go back. Yeah. Do you plan on going back anytime soon? When I go back now, it's like to be able to stay there for free. Yeah. With friends, they're gonna be in the music scene, and I'm gonna end up. Because I'm like staying on people's couches and stuff, I'm gonna want to like do what they're doing, right? So if I plan on going back, it's definitely gonna have to be for another longer period of time. I get that. No. And so I have time to do music stuff, but also like meet some film industry people. Definitely. But then I think there's gonna have to be a lot more like groundwork done here
before you go there.
Telling the film people that I'm coming down and I want to get coffee and stuff. What was really nice about being down there, though, was the idea of meeting people and then them like trying to like you just befriend everyone, and then they can hit you up in like a month to do work because you're still there.
Exactly.
There's no like, oh, I'm here for like 10 days trying to make something work.
Exactly. It's more of a natural process rather than just being like, I'm here right now, so let's do something right now.
Yeah, I intentionally wanted to be like, you know what? If someone can't work with me in 2 weeks, doesn't matter. I'll be there in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like they have no choice.
Perfect.
And it worked out. And yeah, I think you'd be mind blown. Some of the conversation in the music industry I had there, man, was absolutely incredible. I learned so much, and I think if you're ever trying to learn more about an industry, just you know this, just immersing yourself in it is the way to do it.
Exactly.
But it's actually so funny that I didn't realize I'd even mentioned. I remember there was like a conversation, like maybe we even picked up the phone call. I'd be like, you guys are trying to get down there and make some music.
I remember you messaging me,
And I was like, dude, I'll be down there, or like I'll go down there, I'll be down there if you need me and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've done pretty well for manifesting things and making it happen, and regardless if people don't follow through or other things don't follow through, I'll like follow through with it anyways.
Exactly.
It's like coming down to Hamilton today to do this. I hinted at you, but I wasn't just gonna hint at you. I hinted at a couple Hamilton people, but I was gonna make it like I was come down regardless.
Exactly.
So I'm glad we can catch up, man. It's
definitely, man.
Probably one of the best convos you ever had.
Thank you, man.
And we need to stay in touch, boss.
For real, man.
100%. Let's get it.